Be careful out there. The bears are lurking. What's up, everybody? Welcome aboard to Bubba's Daily Update. And wow, what a day. Markets were soaring. First of all, they were down. Let's start from the beginning. Overnight, the Dow was down about 200. During the morning, they were up over 200 as President Trump put out an olive branch to China. Markets loved it. And then all of a sudden, they didn't love it anymore, and the markets fell apart. And right now, although it's about 20 minutes before the close, and I'm sorry I have to do this, but I've got to be on Fox, and then I've got something else I got to be, so I want to make sure I get this out. In the meantime, the markets themselves broke hard and were down 150, and right now they're down about 100. I would expect that they'll close closer to their lows now, as it looks to me as our resistance levels we put in yesterday have held, and the markets look like they are now in possibly a little bit of trouble. The key of the whole day was the VIX. The volatility index never was down enough based on how fast and how far the market had gone up. So that was a clue. And then, while the markets were still up pretty good, the VIX then went positive, indicating that that rally was over. I texted that out a couple of times today, and of course we saw this major turnaround, and of course then we're having a little bit of a rally as I speak right now. But again, I would expect that the markets will close lower. It looks to me now, again, I'm buried in oil, so I don't want it to make anything up here. I mean, I'm stuck a lot, and I got close to my puke point, but it failed from there. I think that indicates to me that the top may be in oil. This backwardation has gotten so wide that it only indicates that that oil can go lower. Now again, it can go higher first. I'm not telling you that this is an automatic, but based on the pattern, oil will probably sell off at some point from here, maybe a little bit of a rally, but I think here is the area in which it's going to sell off from. Gold just continues to be in a total coma. It just can't get off. No matter what goes on in the market, gold goes lower. The dollar had a major rally today. Okay, now the bonds also rallied, so that doesn't fit our theory or our black swan with higher interest rates. But one key thing that many have talked about is the yield curve and the inversion of the yield curve. I think twos got over 10s, two-year bonds, two-year notes got over 10-year notes today for a short period of time. And I think that's something to keep an eye on, because that does signify that a recession is coming. When? We never know the answer to that. But again, that's never a good sign when the yield curve is inverting. When short-term rate, that's the same backwardation that we would look in crude oil and say that can't be right, and that can't be right. So when you're looking at the overall picture, we've got a lot of murky things going on, and I think the bears are now getting ready to pounce. Now again, it doesn't mean you run in and sell everything right now. It means that you continue to watch and observe, but look for these key spots, look for these key levels. A rally back to 2740 in the S&P, maybe even 2720 now, would be an opportunity to sell. You want to look now to sell in the strength that is failing from in making what we would call a higher low. That would be what we'd be looking for here, is as a potential opportunity to sell into this market. Certainly we're not buyers here now. We are looking for opportunities to sell, but we will remain patient and we will continue to watch and look for the key signs. The key signs being the volatility index. If we maintain volatility, we're definitely going lower. And again, use those key levels to look at. The Russell got popped again, once again today, as did the NASDAQ. So those are important issues to remember, because those were the leadership that took us up. And all of a sudden, the Dow went from the weakest index to the strongest. So they're all very important signs. The grain markets were up a little bit today. Corn was down a little bit, but the action looked weak. But we're going to call a bottom here. We like the grains a lot. We think that this is probably a great opportunity to get in, especially going into the July 4th weekend. So I think that we're buyers of grains. I think the meats look pretty solid, and we're pretty much buyers of ag across the board. I think that those are a great trade. I think the risk-reward model here well favors being long these products versus being short these products. So we're looking to be buyers. Bitcoin continues to languish around the bottom end of this range, back and forth around 6,000. We're looking to be buyers there as well. So right now, the way it looks is we'll look for some action, and depending on what the volatility does, we're looking to short this market if we can get a rally to sell into. We're looking to sell gold if it does fail, and oil if it does fail from here. That's something to watch. Again, it could rally back up, so we're not going to be as aggressive. Now, we're already short, so that's obviously a little bit of an issue that we're choking on. But in the meantime, that's where we stand. That's how I see it. And this is Bubba's Daily Update. Todd Bubba Horowitz. Make sure, if you'd like to help out our high school investing program, highschoolinvesting.com, go to Patreon, patreon.com/Bubba Trading. And also, don't forget to catch the Bubba Show every day from 4 to 5 Eastern at libertytalk.fm. That's the Bubba Show, libertytalk.fm, 4 to 5 Eastern. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks so much. We'll see you back here tomorrow. And sorry I had to do it early, but duty calls. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks.